progress. Did everyone else hear that?
Yeah, recording in progress.
That's what my Google Maps now sounds like. I don't know how I've done it, but I've turned it into American. Like it's not like a deliberate thing. So now when I need to turn off, instead of saying like take the slip road, it's like take the next ramp. I'm like, ramp? I was like, yes,
ramp.
I'll go over a ramp gladly. This is gonna be great fun. It's never a ramp though. It's just a slip road.
A curb.
So yeah, curb. Yeah, fuck on my wheels. Yeah. Right. Well, here we go. What are your names again? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
shit, man. It's been a year. It's been a year almost to the month, right?
Been in it, yeah, I know,
The
man.
anniversary was
last
month.
one I seen was like March.
Yeah.
March 2021.
It's insane. That's insane. Right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Radcast. Man, it's going to be episode 3 because we've lost 2 episodes, but don't worry about that. It's been a year as well since we've done this, so we're a little rusty. Hopefully we've got enough to talk about. But we're back with Daftbubble. He's always here. Yeah. He doesn't leave me. He actually wants to come around my house today and do it side by side. But I wasn't ready for that. And I'm sat here in my pants, my underwear as well. So it would just be awkward. And we're back with Quan, unclequan.
What's good, everybody?
Here we are. So I'm thinking we're just going to not have a script. We're not going to have bullet points. We're just going to chat because it's been a while. Like me and Andy were discussing earlier. We haven't played online together this year. That's how busy life has been. Yeah, so we've had a couple of attempts, but we've had some internet issues, me and Quan, with a few games. But yeah, just everyone's so busy. We're so busy that trying to get something like this now is not as easy. During lockdown, no issues, but now it's life's real again because COVID's not real. Remember, so that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's not real. Yeah.
It's gone.
Disappeared.
There's other issues in the world. Yes. So I'll come over to you, Quan. How you been? How's your year? How was your year?
Man, my year, like I was telling you guys a little bit off screen, it's been busy, like just fast paced. I started working full time recently. And like I said, I've been trying to stay healthy physically and hitting the gym, trying to stay on a steady schedule with that, man. So it's been busy as hell. Like I barely have time to even play games anymore. And it's kind of frustrating because that's literally my therapy. You know, that's kind of my escape from reality. So
yeah,
it's just been busy, man. But mentally, I feel like I'm pretty good, man. I'm in a good standing. I'm enjoying life every day. I mean, even though working with kids is stressful, but
you're still doing the football. You're still doing the football.
Yeah, I'm coaching. Yeah, we starting up soon,
good.
Man. So yeah, looking forward to that too.
And these are little dudes, man. You showed us some photos. These are like
kids.
Yeah, like massive pads and helmets. Like good fun.
Yeah, man. Their helmets are like twice the size of their heads. It's adorable, man. But it's
I bet they go for it, right? They got no fear, yeah. They're just.
These guys are tough. They're tough, man. But I've been pretty good, man. Just busy.
Nice. Well, you know, you're looking good, Quan. The gym's paying off, you know.
I appreciate it.
Got the tights off on, yeah. I was like, right. I need something baggy. What about you, Andy? How's it been? Obviously, we have spoken within a year. Like we haven't all just not been speaking. We just
of course. No, we
haven't been able to do this, and we haven't played quite as much together. So
no. Life's been good. It's like Quan said, it's been busy. I've been promoted in my job that I do, which is taking up more time. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks. And of course, back in January, just after the new year, my third child got a little baby girl.
Yeah.
So called
congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Right.
So it's been great. It's been great. Tiring.
You got 2 boys already, haven't you? So you're mixing it up
2 boys.
Now.
Yeah. Got a 13-year-old, 5-year-old now, and now Eden. She's just about 3.5 months now. So yeah, no, life's been good. I say, been playing some games, but not online, and I've not been hitting the gym. That's one thing I haven't been doing.
No.
He's
been hitting the Jasmine.
Clothes. Yeah. And I'm wearing baggy clothes to hide all that excessive weight that I now carry from eating pies.
That good old dad weight.
I'm all right. I'm
Yeah.
not like overweight or anything. I'm fine. I just don't work out. But I did a video the other day where I was wearing a purple t-shirt, right? And I just bought it from the shop and it was a bit big. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just stick it on. It's just for, I'll just put it on, whatever, do this video. I watched it back and the angle that I'm at, I look massive. I'm like, do I release this video? Because I do genuinely look fat. Like, it's hard to explain. It looks like, because it's only here up that you see, but it just all suddenly looked, it was really strange. So I was like, the next video, I was like, right, I need to wear a smaller t-shirt, different angle. Yeah, and breathe in.
Look like Big Rad.
Yeah, Big Rad, yeah.
Big Rad.
Yeah. Like I said, I would do a twirl now, but I'm only wearing underwear, so that's how I roll. No one needs to see that. Because that's not Big Rad. That is not Big Rad. That's Baby Rad. Yeah, my year's been all right. Done a few different jobs, all catering, all chefing. But, been here and there, had a good time. Also, since the last podcast as well, me and my wife have had another child.
Yes.
She did most of the work, I'll admit, my hand has recovered now from the birth, but yeah, it's all good. She's now 11 months, man. Like that's,
wow,
it goes quick. Yeah, she's,
dang, it's been 11 months.
It's her birthday next month. Yeah. So that's all kicked off.
Wow.
And so I've got a 3-year-old and a 11-month-old, and they don't understand when you want your own time to play games. They don't get it. They want to play as well. Well, the little one, she just wants to take the controller because it's just something I've got in my hand. I can pick up my trainer and she wants that, My 3-year-old understands the concept now. And I did do a video with her the other day. It was really cute. It's not one I'll ever release or anything. It was just something to show her when she's older. But we were on camera. We were playing this monster game, and I gave her the mic. And every time we saw a little monster, she was saying "monster," and it was awesome. It was great fun. So getting her into that. She recognizes Mario all the time, which is really good.
Important.
And I was wearing a t-shirt of Mario in his Tanuki suit. And she even recognized him in the Tanuki suit. So not in like the traditional red hat. So we're getting there. Yeah, she likes Paw Patrol, so there's a couple of games of that I might see how they go. She's a bit young to actually play the game. She doesn't quite get the games, She's got no hand-to-eye coordination, but she's all right. But yeah, it's been a good year. It's been a bit of a weird year, but it's been a good year. Everyone's happy, everyone's healthy.
That's what matters.
Can't ask for more. Yeah. And then here we are, finally. We've been saying we're going to get back into this for like probably a month and a half, 2 months. We keep like dropping the odd message. We need to get back into this. And then it's like, we really need to get back into this. Like, let's just do it.
Do we actually do it?
and we've done it. And it's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah. I mean, obviously for me and Andy, we stay in touch anyway. Before all this, we knew each other, but yeah, the fact we're still, we're still with unclequan, we're still chatting all the time, messaging and supporting each other and stuff, like, because it's someone we see on a day-to-day basis. You live a bit far away for that to happen. But it's nice. We're still all in touch. There's a few others in the background that we're in touch with, but we'll keep it to the 3 of us. This is the trio. This is how it started. This is how it will continue.
Yep.
But it's just going to be a more casual affair. Yeah, exactly. No one needs D'Artagnan. And here we are. So I think now we move on to... Now, we'll ask Andy last what we've been playing, because once he starts, it won't stop. So, Quan, what have you been playing?
10 hours. Man, I go back and forth per usual, man. I've been playing Horizon literally since it came out. I mean, that's all I've been playing. Horizon, playing the hell out of that. Also been playing a little bit of Madden whenever I'm feeling footballsy, I guess. But it's just pissing me off every time I play it. And my girlfriend, she don't understand why I play it. I'm pissed off every time.
You put was it you that put on that celebration the other day? I saw a Madden celebration where the Buffalo Bills, he lands in the crotch and then they're both jigging and it. He was shimmying on the floor.
Get down there.
That was good. 18 rated, I think. Yeah, certainly for adults. Man, that was funny.
Been going back and forth with that though. I just started Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Oh,
So I'm
it's
in
a
the
great
very,
game.
very beginning of that. Yeah, I remember
That
playing
is
the first one
really
like
good.
way back when, so I wanted to play that one. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to play
It's
that,
almost the
man.
same game, to be honest. It just looks
Yeah,
nicer and yeah,
I heard it was pretty short.
yeah, yeah. But
Hmm.
it's sort of like not speed running, but it's almost like a racing game, you know, because
Yeah,
you want to set your best time on certain
yeah,
things, and then eventually, like once you learn the routes, you can turn off all like there's like red things, so it shows you where to jump and
yeah. All
climb.
the hints
You
and
turn all
stuff.
that off,
Yeah.
because that's not always the best route either. There's not always the fastest route. That's just
Hmm.
the easiest route normally. So yeah, especially if you start watching speedrunners do it, man, they jump off things that you never think to jump off. It's incredible. Like that was a great game. I just don't think it did very well, so they sort of didn't do anything
Yeah.
else. Anything else? But
Yeah,
yeah, I've been
I'm
watching New
looking forward
Horizon.
to it.
Have you completed Horizon? Did you say?
Yeah, I beat
Yeah.
Horizon. I beat the story mode probably like 3 weeks after it came out, and I'm just trying to 100% it. I'm just doing a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
Beat all the side
Yeah.
quests. Now it's just a matter of doing the collectibles, the races, all that stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's where my
that's what I'm
wife's
doing
at
on
in it.
Horizon.
I don't think she's got
Yeah.
much to do. We actually looked at the trophies the other day of what she had left to do because she platinumed the first one.
Yeah.
And yeah, she loved it. But I like walked in from work the other day and she was playing it, and she was just like flying around on this, I don't know, this flying dinosaur looking thing, and she's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I can now grapple to it, and like, oh, I saw something. I'm like, man, actually that looks pretty good, but she had to play the whole game to get to that, and I could not be bothered
Oh
to play the
yeah.
whole game
Yeah.
just to get to that.
Towards the end
So
of it. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm still playing I say still playing it. I've obviously dropped it at the moment, but I'm still on the first one, which is really good. It is really
Yeah.
nice.
The first one's still good, man. It still holds up.
Yeah.
why have you dropped it,
Yeah.
Andy? What would take you away from Horizon Zero Dawn? There's like literally no good games out.
It's WWE.
Elden Ring. My God,
Ring.
honestly, Andy has been so excited
That
for
game
Elden
looks
Ring.
good, man.
So excited.
I've been a kid, and
Go on, Andy.
so I'm 80. So I've just had a week off, and in my evenings, I've been playing that. Just been playing that. I'm about 80 plus hours in now. 80 plus hours in, nowhere near to completing.
The game is massive.
It's hard. It's hard to start. But all I can say is, when I got it, you start off like you do with any other sort of Souls. And I know you guys probably haven't played like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, but it's a very similar beginning, where you make your character. They tell you part of the story, which you have no idea what it is, and I still don't now. I have no clue. I don't even know what the story is. Something about a ring. That's all I know. And you create your character, and then you start off this like cave or tomb, and then you go into this massive boss fight. You get absolutely annihilated, and then you wake up in this sort of like in another world, as it were. You get sort of leveled up and stats up, and it tells you a bit more about the game, and then you start your journey, and you come out of the cave into this massive, beautiful open world known as Limgrave, and it's like any other open world when you start. So I thought, very beautiful, very nice, yeah, great. But when you go out exploring, you just I go along the line saying it's unique. It's unique in comparison to any other game I've played. And I know there's been like, was it Eco? There was Eco, wasn't it, back in the PS2 or PS3? I can't remember. And there's another one. But the landscape and the design and the architecture of what these developers have done is just a masterpiece. I can't say it any other way. It's just absolutely unbelievable. You're in awe. You can go through this like between two walls, and it opens up into this other like massive part of the world where you're just in awe with it. And that side of things that I was blown away, to the point where I was like even saying wow when I'm on my own sitting in my room playing. Like, wow, I've not had that feeling since I was probably a kid. Since probably when I got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, when I got that was and
fair enough.
That alone is that itself it's worth just trying, because the thing is, when you start the game, you have a path to go on. Granted, this game doesn't hold your hand like any other From Software game. It's not giving you any direction to go. This is an open world, so it's not giving you any direction to go. You got the points of grace, which are these checkpoints that sort of point you into like the direction you go, like Breath of the Wild, I think, or even Ghost of Tsushima. You know, when you put a landmark on a map, and then when you come out of the map, the wind blows in that direction.
Yeah.
Which I know Ryan loves. It's
so shit.
well, it's
not the game,
like that,
just the wind. I'm like, just
a wind.
I'm in a game. I understand. You can put a fucking way marker. You can just tell me
Right,
which way to go. I don't need the wind to tell me. Like, I'm in a game.
I gotta keep
It doesn't make me
touching
more
up the
immersed.
pad
It annoys me because I'm constantly swiping the wind to make sure I'm still going the right way.
It's not so much like that. It's like when you get to the point of grace, which is what they call it. It's like a checkpoint. It's sort of already got this light gleaming, and it's all part of the storyline, because you are apparently tarnished. That is what they call you. And you're like one of the few people that are sane in that world, which you are relied on to seek the Elden Ring or reclaim it, put it back to its former glory, and become an Elden god. That is pretty much so far what I've got of the story. But you got your bosses, and the first two major bosses, I don't care what anyone says, even if when this gets out on YouTube and you get some pro Souls player say, well, I've done that in my underpants with a mallet, so I don't need to worry about these bosses.
Get good.
It's get good, scrub, as they say. They are a challenge, but the good thing is you can go the opposite direction and go on an exploration and just
someone else
build
kill
up
you instead.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But
yeah, I did hear that that's what separates it, is that if you get stuck, that's not, you don't have to get past that initial bit right there. You can go and do something else and then just come back to it later, and you might have like leveled up and be able to take them on far easier.
Well, when I say the first main boss was I think it's Margit the Full Omen, and that boss is huge and very aggressive. And as I always do when I play Bloodborne or even this, I always think, okay, I'll just watch what this creature or this guy or girl is going to do, and you then plan your route of attack. Not find a route for attack. It just kept coming and coming and coming. And if you back off, it will have some kind of dagger on it and it'll throw at you. It was so relaxed. And I actually thought to myself, maybe I can't play this game. But then it was just a reminder. It's an open world. Go and explore. Yeah. And the weird thing is with this is it's massive. I'm telling you now, it's absolutely huge. It is a massive landscape, but it's not overwhelming. It's really odd. I can't really explain that. It is overwhelming. I didn't find it overwhelming. And there's the normal world, then you've got the odd caves here and there, and you've got this underground world, which I'm just starting to discover, which is also quite big. But yeah, I've uploaded some screenshots on my Instagram at the moment. I will be doing. There's a few videos that I will upload. There's one particular one that I'll just mention. He's called General Radahn, and I've never known a boss fight quite like it. And it's hard for me to explain to you guys for you to get the feel of how unique it is. He's one of the main bosses, and when you go into that fight, it took me a heck of a lot of tries to kill him. And annoyingly, my friend who's been playing it killed him first off, because apparently they did an update a few weeks back where they accidentally nerfed him, and he was I missed out on it. I'm kind of glad though, because it take it away from it took it away, because when you go into this fight, like any other boss fight, depending on who you meet, you can come across an NPC, and then that NPC's there, like the other Souls games, it's there to summon, to help you, to assist you to take on the boss. In this fight, you can summon you have to do it while you're in the fight, not before. You've got to summon, I think it's 7. That's how big and huge and hard that character is. Jeez. But you're on like a massive, like sort of sandy beach.
Yeah.
But it's huge, and it's just I mean, I'll upload it and you'll see, it's a boss fight. But I was again totally in awe with it.
It
was
just
breathtaking. After
I watched because initially we were like, oh, it's got co-op. So I was very, very tempted to get it because I thought if we can go through as co-op, that'd be great. Even if you play most of it on your own, I just join in whenever. But then the co-op's not like that. It's
not.
Anything that I do, if I come into your game, anything I do, it's gone once I leave your game. I don't carry anything over, no weapons, no stats, nothing. So I was like, and I'm not going to play it on my own because it's just the opposite sort of game to what I'm actually into.
Of course.
It's open world. By all accounts, is a massive open world as well.
Games.
And I'm not an explorer. It's not really my cup of tea. So I just didn't get it.
It's not a lot of people's cup of tea.
The boss fights, I heard they were like extremely hard, man. Like just watching some of like local streamers play it, it looks difficult. Like that's one of those games I'll probably rage on, man. Like multiple times.
I've raged myself. I've splurted out many expletives to discuss my partner.
Here's a question. Here's a question, Andy. Is it better than Bloodborne?
No. No, it's not. Maybe it might well be because, and it's really weird. I was just so passionately expressed my feelings towards that. It might be where when I first played Bloodborne, again, I found that game engine and that design unique, and maybe that was the sort of that feeling of my love to that. If I didn't play Bloodborne, I went straight into this, it would be totally different, probably.
Is Bloodborne? You played that before any Dark Souls? That was like your first.
Yeah, that was my first one.
From
that
software.
was my very first one.
Okay.
It was my absolute first one because I just liked the look of it, and I thought I'll give it a go. I didn't know much about it. I didn't even know much about From Software. I didn't know that their games were actually quite difficult. But I don't know. It's
need to do that PS5 update for that, don't they?
Well, this is my problem.
Give you that reason. 30 FPS unless you hack it.
I spoke to my partner who has no interest in this whatsoever, but she was the only one that was close to me at the time, and I said it's a shame because I said this game could probably kill off my love for Bloodborne because I can't go back to that in 30 frames.
No, it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
It's a big deal. Just do it. Just put 60 frames. Just come on.
They will, but you know what they're going to do? They'll do it.
£10.
It won't be a free update. It'll be like a new PS5 version with I don't know, lump something in with it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's coming.
It's
For me, I can't settle on a game. I'd say a good sort of 2 months ago, I was just like, I don't like any games. I don't think I'm a gamer anymore. There's nothing, I don't like anything. It was annoying me. I was going through game after game and I think, I was just like, no. And that's just continued. No, I haven't played any, I'll be honest, bar accidentally turning on the PS5. I don't think I've turned it on really this year. I played one game on it a few months back. Because I saw it had an update. I played it for like 20 minutes. It's like, it's not fixed what I didn't like with it. And then that's really it. I barely turn it on. I sit at my desk and I play my PC a lot because what I am finding, I would definitely say I far prefer indie games. And when I say indie, like obviously that's a big category, but definitely 2D games, whether they're action adventure, whether they're roguelites, whether they're Metroidvanias, don't care. But that's what I play. If it's at the moment, if it's not really a 2D game, I don't play. I can't be bothered with anything 3D. I don't know why. I've just sort of gone off of 3D games. It's really strange. I've just gone all like full circle back to, just 2D games, which is what I grew up on.
I mean,
I'm playing some sort of top-down ones as well, so, but still in that sort of, you can't move the camera around. I got massively back into Dead Cells. Must have put another ton of hours into that recently because they did so many updates, and I haven't really gone back to that. It's a bit overwhelming now when I go back to so much DLC. Some of it's paid, some of it's free. But that was one of my favorite games when it came out. I had that on the Switch. I sunk over 100 hours into that. It was so great. And I think since then, that spoiled me. Then there was like Katana Zero, And there's games like that, and I'm always trying to find the next one of those where I can just sit there and just play it. Like Katana Zero, I've completed that so many times. Secret endings, secret bosses, a lot. I love it. But there are also games that I never make videos on, and I don't know why. It's really strange that I have games I absolutely love, that I put a ton of hours into, but don't make any videos on. And I think it's because I love them so much. Like, there's no point in doing a video. I'm just like, man, I'll just sit here, I'll just play it, and I don't think about, I want to be on camera, or I want to record this, or that was a great boss fight, or I just play it. And I sort of do that. I did complete Blue Fire, but I'm really gutted because I recorded all the boss fights. That's all the only videos I've released on that game are boss fights and finding a random banana suit. And then I was editing the third boss fight. So there's four main bosses. There's three main bosses, then there's the end boss. And on the third main boss, I edited it all and everything. And then I uploaded them all to YouTube. Got confused on what video I was deleting and deleted that and didn't have a backup save. So, and I can't go, without starting the game again, I can't go and fight that boss again. I was like, fuck. So now I'll upload the final boss, but now it just looks like I've missed the boss, which is really annoying. But again, I loved playing it. It was great. The bosses were fairly basic once you work them out. They all sort of had the same idea. You know, they weren't unique to each other. They had just like, one was ice, one was fire, you know, but basically the same moves. So I did complete that because I started that last year, and it's a really good game. But I bought it on the Switch as well. It plays terribly on the Switch, so I went back and played it on PC, which is where I started playing it. Because I bought a Switch OLED. I don't know why. Because I have a normal Switch, but I was playing Metroid Dread. Oh, Metroid Dread. Fucking hell. Like, that game. Holy shit. I forgot I played that. That's really bad, isn't it? That is amazing. That game is amazing. Like I was saying, I was like having a resurgence of like 2D games. And then Metroid Dread came out, and I started playing it on the regular Switch. And then I heard, it's going to be beautiful on the OLED. I was like, I'll buy an OLED. I want to play it, I like this game. I want to play it, looking the best instead of on like a TV, because they don't do 4K today. So, no. And it does. There is a big contrast. There is a big difference between the two Switches, like massively, especially like with games that have a lot of black. And Metroid has a lot of black because it's, there's a lot of like basically an OLED. The pixel is turned off. It's not just, they don't just put a black color there. It's just actually a turned off pixel. So you can't get darker than that on a screen, Same as like my TV and everything. And yeah, it looks beautiful, plays beautiful, but I haven't completed it yet. I'm on the final boss. I gave it one attempt because I'd say I did that game in a week. Because once I bought the OLED, I was like, I want to use it. So every time I got home, I'd just sit there playing it. Wife would play Horizon on our day off. I'd sit there playing it, and I just absolutely powered through it. And I got to the final boss, and I just had a bit of like fatigue. I was like, and it was tough. And I was like, I'll come back to that later. That's now been about a month and a half since I've played it. So now I need to go back and learn how to play the bloody game again, I guess. I've got to play that, and I need to do that boss. But
I get a refresher course.
There are, when I thought, I haven't done that boss yet, there are so many games where I get to the last boss and I don't complete it. I'm at the last boss and I stop. I'm
no
like,
reason
why do I do
whatsoever.
that? Well, it's like I give it one. I think it's because I think it is a bit of fatigue, because the other bosses, like some of the bosses in Metroid, were really it's not that they were tough, like when you're like, oh my god, I know exactly what I'm doing wrong, and yet I still do that same thing every time. It's because I panic, or I button mash, or I just do something stupid. It was always my fault I was dying at the bosses. Nothing felt unfair. It was just me always making the same mistake.
Sure.
Yeah, I do that quite a lot. I get to the last boss and just stop. So, I don't know.
Fuck it, I'm done.
You're at the point of completing many games then, and you're like, nah.
But then there's other games where I beat the last boss, not knowing it's the last boss, and I'm like, oh shit, that was it. Damn it. Yeah. Oh man. There's a few games that I've definitely stopped, because I was going back through, like, especially on the Switch, I was going back through a lot of games that when I first got the Switch, if a new game came out, I'd buy it, if it looked like my sort of game, and then I wouldn't play it that much because another one would have come out, or I get distracted or whatever. And I went back through The Mummy Demastered. Don't know if you ever saw that came out. So I guess it's based on the film with Tom Cruise, but you don't play as Tom Cruise. You play as almost like a Marine, basically. and it's a Metroidvania, but every time you die, you just start as another Marine. You can go back to your old corpse, kill it, and get your loot back. I got to the last boss on that, and I went back to do that boss, and like carried my save over. And yeah, I finally completed that, and that was one of the games where I was thinking, oh my god, I got to the end boss on this game and just stopped. It's like 10 hours worth of gaming. I just stopped. It's really strange. I'm gonna do a list. I'm gonna do a list of games.
I'm gonna go back and finish those boss fights, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think what stops me, PS5. There's so many games I want to, be like, oh, I want to continue playing so and so. Now I think, oh shit, I didn't carry my save over from the PS4, and I just can't bother to start it again. That's done me in a bit. Yeah. Whereas on Switch, I don't mind starting again because I think I could just play it anywhere. I'll take it to work, sit on a break for half an hour, or do a big poo, and I can play it for a while. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
I've beaten bosses whilst on the toilet.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah,
it's a good feeling.
Two birds, one stone. Yeah.
Bosses in the shit.
She's like, are you screaming at the game, or I'm like, yeah, it's the game. Yeah. Recently, I tell you what I did do. I turned originally I turned my PC monitor sideways or vertical, and I was playing like pinball and these sort of top-down shooters.
Oh yeah.
But because it was an ultra-wide monitor, I had black bars at the top and the bottom. I was like, that looks crap. I don't like that. I'm not going to film that. I'm not going to bother. It just looks rubbish. And I was like, I looked at my TV. Right now, it might not look it, but this is a 75-inch TV. Right, it's a beast. Samsung, it's all singing, all dancing. It's like brand new. I can't turn that sideways. I can't even lift it. So I got the TV out of the bedroom, which was a 55-inch. So I turned that vertical, and then I was like, Google, what games can I play vertical? And pinball was the obvious one. And then there's just like all these like bullet hell shooters. Now I play a lot of top-down shooting games, but I wouldn't say they're bullet hell. Bullet hell is where like you've just got to avoid everything. It's just nuts, like tons of colors. It's just crazy. I've been playing a lot of them lately. I'm not very good at them, but then I've never really played them. And the more I research it, it's sort of like you have to be more methodical. You have to treat it more like a puzzle. You have to learn where the bullets are going to come from on the bosses, because they do. It's just the same pattern basically. And there's like use a D-pad, don't use an analog stick. I'm like, okay, because you have more precision, up, down, left. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So you tap it twice, tap it once, and I like them, but I don't think I'll stick with them because I just don't have the reflexes for it, and I'm just always tired.
Might have to put it on.
When I messaged you about you turning the TV vertical, I mean, obviously, I was quite relieved it wasn't your main beast of the TV. But when you just said the 55-inch, I was like, Jesus Christ, it's still quite.
But that's
big.
Really, I mean, that's a Samsung as well.
Yeah.
It's basically a 55-inch version of this, so it's like almost the same TV. It's a couple of years older, but it's the same line,
Yeah, of course.
But it was really light. And now it's my PC monitor, because I was like, because it's 4K, I was like, my laptop, it's good, but I don't know, 55-inch, stretching it to 55-inch 4K is probably not going to be possible. So, but I've been able to run everything at 1440p, which is good, at 55-inch. So that's good. I'm happy with that. And it's sort of basic games that you can run at 4K, but then there's no point because they're like pixel art anyway, so it makes no difference.
Sure.
Yeah.
But there's a game coming out that I was looking forward to called Soldiers. It's coming out on all consoles and everything, but there's a demo on PC on Steam. And I tried to make a video on it. I think I've deleted the videos because I tried 3 different times on 3 different days, and every time it fucked me off where I just gave up. The game's excellent, but it's got some problems, and those problems were annoying me. Like, say you got to fall down a hole, and you can't see down that hole, and then there's fucking spikes at the bottom of that hole. That's bullshit. You don't know, there's no way to know they're there, and you just jump down, and you die, and you're like, that's bullshit. There needs to be, I don't know, a warning sign, or you should be able to move the camera. You're just jumping into the abyss.
Damn.
You mentioned it. you mentioning that, I was gonna do. I actually started it last night. I actually thought, you know what? I've done some videos of me like going against some boss, getting killed as well as being triumphant. At the end. I thought, I'll do one where I go into a cave. I'll just go into a cave and explore the cave and get to the boss and then defeat that. That'll be a nice one. Just like keep it short. I can cuss it out. And I thought, I'll do that. No worries, it'll be nice. So I thought, okay, so start the video. And I have this in this game, in Elden, again, in the Elden, you get these weird things that you pick up, and one like little thing says hello. It does this weird face. Hello. It's like that. And I was like, okay, I'll start the video with that because that would be funny. And then anyway, I went into the cave, and in these caves, there's these tiny little statue creatures, and they're easy to kill. Man, if you get into a room and they're all hanging on the ceiling and you don't know about it, they completely savage you. And I thought, okay, that happened, fine. I'll go back into it, do it again, and I'm falling for it at the same time. Every time. I think I thought, all right, I'll back up. Anyway, 40 minutes in, I just thought, I'm still fucking recording. I've done nothing. I just flicked it off. Thought, sod this stupid game.
Well, yeah, the Soldiers game. The Soldiers game. It should be a game that I love. And you're going through this cave. We're in a cave in this game as well. So the trailer makes it look beautiful, and in the demo, just sticks you in a cave. You're like, oh, that's disappointing. This beautiful looking game, you stick us in a cave. And then there's these spikes that drop down, sort of like fall off the ceiling. Not metal spikes, they're sort of like rocks, so they're connecting, they just break apart as you get near them. But the sound effect doesn't match what's happening. It's almost like, I can't remember how I explained it when I did the video, but it doesn't sound like something breaking. It sounds like something unzipping or something silly like that. And you're like, so it's the wrong warning sound for what's happening. So that was pissing me off. So that was another time I gave up. I was like, this fucking sound effect's pissing me off. It's not the right sound effect for what's happening. And then the final time I did it, you in the demo, you get these bombs, right? So you meet this guy, you save him, and he gives you a bomb, right? And a bomb. Yeah, a bomb. So then you've got a new power, right? Fine, that's great. And it teaches you press the right trigger to drop the bomb. Fine, no problem. I'm standing there by this wall pressing the right trigger. Why is it not working? I looked in the options. Yeah, it says right trigger. Pressing it. It's not working. Press the left trigger. It worked. Fuck's sake.
Oh, wow.
They even got that wrong.
Oh, that would annoy me. That's like, well, it's incorrect.
I'm like, it's the wrong button.
Got pissed off.
I thought I was going mad. I know it's a demo, but still, And there might have even, I don't know, might not have been the demo's fault. It might have been just a glitch or something in the PC itself. I don't know, but I was just like, for God's sake. So I gave up on that. that was annoying. Oh, and then another time I played the game, I was like, right, because I played through the demo in its entirety. And I got to the boss of the we've got 1 minute left. Let's come back. Hold that thought. I'll send you some links. So, as I was saying before, Zoom rudely interrupted. So I got to the boss on this demo, right? And I didn't know I was getting to the boss. So, and I go in and there's this sort of little cutscene, and then you fall down into this pit basically, and the boss is there. He's a little dude, looks like you, and you have to have a scrap. And he kept kicking my ass. The problem was, every time I restarted, it would start me with the health I first got to him with, which was like half the health. And I had no health potions or anything. So I was like, oh man, this sucks. I was like, all right, well, I'll go somewhere else, get some health. I couldn't. I was stuck. I had no choice but to fight him or quit. And then I thought, I'll quit the game and I'll load back in and it'll just take me to a checkpoint. No, I'd start the whole thing again.
Oh no!
There was no warning. There was no warning saying no return once you start this boss or anything like that. I was like, fuck this. Now, obviously, in the main game, that might be different. I'd probably be able to go back to the main menu and load a checkpoint. But in the demo, and I'm like, this is a demo. You want me to buy this game, but you've done 3 things that fuck me off.
That's like playing an old Nintendo game. That is. Now you got to start all over again.
And then I played it again. I thought I'll give it one more go. And then I went somewhere completely different in the demo, and all these totally different enemies. And then it just took me to a dead end for 20 minutes. I was like, what am I doing? I was like, no. I'll probably buy the game, and it'll just be another one I don't do videos on because I'll just be getting angry with it all the time. But I enjoyed how it played, annoyingly. Yeah, so that's Quan, what's the last game you raged at?
Rage, shit. Like I
Sifu.
said, I've been pissed off. Oh my god! See, you know what?
Yeah, I saw it. I
Seafood.
saw it.
I
Sorry.
have the biggest beef with seafood. I do not like. I mean, I love the game. The game is gorgeous. I mean, it's beautifully done. The gameplay is very smooth. I suck ass at it, man. I just eventually I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. I tried
Yeah.
multiple times. I even did a couple videos just to show
Yeah, I
y'all
saw it. Yeah.
the mess I was going through, man. It's just such a hard video game, man. Like I'm trying to get my timing down and I'm trying to get the whole combos down packed. No, I just can't get
And
through it,
then
man.
and then a video gets uploaded by someone else who is like full playthrough, no hits.
No hit.
Oh,
That is mind blowing, man. I don't understand. Like, I mean, he was dodging
And that's like
everything. I mean,
4 days
perfectly
after the game
timed.
came out.
Yes.
Like,
Like how? How does somebody get the game that fast and just not die?
yeah.
That's
It's
mind
Yeah.
blowing, man. That game's
Just
hard as
clicks with
hell.
people, right? Just clicks with people sometimes. You know,
I-
they
yeah.
just understand the mechanics
There's-
straight away. And there's
yeah,
no
well,
issue.
there's people that there's like a class in Elden Ring where you can just start off with your underpants and a mallet, and you're level 1. And there's this person on YouTube's gone and just taken out all the main bosses, just level 1. And
Have you seen the one where it's like
Level one?
I'll do a solo, and then he's helping people with this woman boss, and you can summon him, and he comes with like a clay pot on his head, and
Yep.
yeah, in his wife fronts, and his tag is I'll do a solo or something like that, you know, as in like, and he's just like he's
Oh,
not even
wow.
getting hit, and some other
It just
people are like
takes them out.
summoning him in, and then they stand back, he gets the kill, and they get to carry on the game. Yeah.
Wow.
An insult, really. When you did you have COVID when you were playing that Sifu?
Yeah, when I started
'cause-
Seafood, actually around when I first got Dying Light 2 and Seafood, I had got COVID. So yeah, I had a little bit of time to play.
I remember seeing your Instagram video. It's like you're feeling sorry for yourself. I think you just lay in the bed saying, "Ah, man, I just played the Sifu. I got COVID. It's shit."
But I
you
think-
just
Yeah,
got
man.
really fed up.
So I watched a review
I
of
was
Sifu
pissed
before because I was gonna get it, and I watched a review. Hold on, I've just lost myself. Yeah, I watched a review of it, and the reviewer said, like right at the beginning, this is not the game you think it is. This is not just like an action brawler. You know, this is like a tough, hardcore, almost like a roguelike, because you die, you go back to, you know, you die too many times, you go back to the beginning. So you got to get through like the first few levels without dying, so you can save your lives. So, yeah. And I was just like,
it's elaborate, man.
but the more, but I still want it
complex.
because I know it'll annoy me. I know I'll give up on it, but I still want to experience it. But I don't want to pay full price. I know it's not an expensive game compared to some of the others, but I don't want to pay full price when I know I'm probably only going to play it for an hour and be like, no.
Yeah.
But then
I
might complete it first time, you know.
Maybe. I mean, I like a challenge. You know, I like a
Yeah.
challenge, but if it's like you die so many times
do.
and like you're going straight to the beginning, it's
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
have to start
man.
over. It's just
Yeah,
like,
but see,
shit.
that's sort of the games I'm playing a lot of, like Dead Cells.
Yeah.
You die, you go back to the beginning. There's a few
Yeah.
perks through the game so you can get an extra life and stuff, but the concept is it's a roguelite. So roguelikes and roguelites are different. Roguelike, you die, you carry nothing over. You go back to the beginning, you start just from scratch.
over.
You've got nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a roguelite is where you go back to the beginning, but you can level your character, you can carry some perks over and things like that. So although you're going back to the beginning, you're a bit stronger, you're a bit better,
Still a bit stronger.
faster, you know, whatever. And that's what Dead Cells is. You get new abilities or you unlock new weapons that you'll find on your runs, and you know, and you can do things like that. It's really, really cool.
I've downloaded that on Game Pass actually. I haven't played it yet. Dead
So
Cells,
good.
but I
Yeah,
only
you
downloaded it because you
bought a Series
you-
X, didn't you? Went to the
Yeah.
dark side.
I went to the
Yeah.
dark side. Yeah, yeah. Not bad though. It's just not bad.
So Game Pass is
Both-
good. I got
Alright.
no real issues with Game Pass, but I said this in a podcast before where I also find that like if I've got choice, I never know what to play, and because I feel like I'm not paying for the games, I won't give things the time of day they probably deserve. Whereas if I buy a game and I pay full price for like a PlayStation game, especially a PS5 game, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting my money's worth. No matter how shit this game is, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Game Pass will be like, I just give up straight away, or nah. and I just move on to something else.
Yeah.
And I know full well I'm probably giving up on games that I would eventually love. And yeah, they've got some good ones on there that I want to give a proper go to.
Yeah, I can definitely relate, man. Like whenever, like I have a huge library of games. Like it can get, I don't know. It's just like I just kind of get uninterested after a while. It's like it's just sitting in my library. Like, but yeah, I can definitely understand that. I just I try to find like a game I can just kind of stick to.
Yeah, that's what my wife's like. She like, because I said to her, "Oh, there's a trial on Cyberpunk. I think you'll like that." And I said, "I tried it half an hour in. I was like, fuck this game," but she'll like it because it's a story game. She likes first person games as well.
Yeah.
She'll love that. She'll get wrapped up and she'll fucking complete that. I bet you she'll end up wanting to buy it and complete it.
Yeah, sure.
And I said, give the trial a go. It's like 5 hours. You get 5 hours of the game to test it out.
Yeah,
and it's the PS5 version as well. And it looked nice and everything. I just can't be asked for dialogue, so I'm like spamming through all the dialogue, and then it wants me to make a choice on an answer. I'm like, don't even care what that is. Just keep spamming. Like, so my story is not decided upon any choice. It's just me hitting the button as fast as I can. And then I don't know what's going on. I didn't really like the gunplay, and it looked nice, but everything else about the game I wasn't a fan of, and the driving was a letdown. I was hoping at least the driving would be fun like GTA, but it wasn't. And then so anyway, I said to her, like, you'll enjoy that. She's like, I'm not going to touch that till I've finished Horizon. And when she says finish, she means like platinum. Like she won't play enough games until then.
She's on a mission.
And that's fair, because as soon as you go to something else, she won't go back. She'll get wrapped up in another game, and then whereas I'm just like bouncing, trying to.
Well, I've done a bit of that, because it's the same with Ghost of Tsushima. I still haven't finished that. I know it's a spectacular game, but it's just got to a point where I'm like, nah. I like it. I really like it. It's amazing. But move on. I've done the same with Cyberpunk though as well. I haven't finished that yet. Nearly finished it. I'm nearly at the end now. But then so move on to the next.
You put like a lot of time in that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then the PS5 version came out. And I was like, I want to start that again.
They didn't let you try like bring over your process or nothing.
Yeah, you can. You can do. But I left it for so long. When I found out that what the PS5 version is going to be like, I kind of sort of stopped playing it and thought, I'll wait. I got fortunate with that, which I mentioned that in I think one of the previous podcasts, is that I had it on the PS4 Pro, and I was one of the very few that got lucky with the not getting absolutely getting the broken version of it. Let's just put it that way. It's a shame. I said to Ryan just before the cast, it's a great game, but it's got a bad reputation.
And it shouldn't have come out on the PS4 and PS5. On the PS4 and PS4 Pro, it should have just been PS5, and next gen. It should have been PC, Series X, and because they fucked themselves over big time.
They have, and they still have now.
Because in its lifetime, they said it was projected to sell 70 million copies. It sold 18, and 14 of those were in its launch window, which means since its launch window, it's only sold 4 million now only. Still a lot, but it's never going to hit that 70. Whereas The Witcher 3, right? So The Witcher series, not the TV series, but as in like The Witcher 1, 2, and 3, the games. Yeah, what was it? I saw it earlier. They've sold like, I can't remember if they sold like 80 odd million, 83 million or something, but 43 million of that was just The Witcher 3. So the rest of it is the first two.
Yeah.
So they were hoping the same for Cyberpunk. It's never going to hit that.
Well, I don't know what they've done. It's a shame, really, because like I said, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great game.
Basically,
I would
year
recommend
without
it to
being
you
able to sit on PlayStation.
But it's
I actually look forward to that one. Like I remember watching like the trailers and stuff like that. I was really looking forward to it. Yeah, Keanu Reeves that was going to be in it. I was looking forward to it.
They had everything going for it. They just didn't have
it.
They just weren't allowed to have the time to finish it. They had to release it when they had to release it, and see all the developers. It's not their fault. They didn't decide when it was going to get released. That's top dogs. That's top CEOs. That's shareholders. That's all that sort of stuff. Putting the pressure on. The developers are now made it, like now it's closer to where it should have been, and it's over a year later, but
should have been released this Christmas, or the Christmas just gone. I think it would have been the time to do it, but they didn't. It didn't. And
But
unfortunately now it's a mess.
So we always say, why do they bloody announce these games like they've announced The Witcher 4 but got nothing to show? What's the point in announcing it?
Yeah.
Just wait.
You know, it just baffles me. It really baffles me.
I think especially, I mean, in general, I think it's stupid, but I mean, especially with them. I mean, when that mess was going on with Cyberpunk, they came up with this itinerary. They even did a blimmin' video on it, and it's just like, you're making yourselves look like, you're just making yourselves look stupid even more. You know, we don't care. Just fix it. You know, even if it takes time, just go away, fix it, and bring it. Don't tell us what you're gonna. We're gonna do this bit and then this bit and this bit. Just get on with it.
Yeah.
It's just gonna infuriate people even more.
Oh,
off
topic.
The PlayStation Store.
Quan, have you seen the new Thor trailer?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh,
seen the new trailer.
That looks good. That looks really good.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
can't wait, man. I seen Jane Foster. She's gonna be in it.
That's it. Yeah. She's like in the trailer at the end. That looks cool. Like, that don't bother me. Like, I think that was cool. So I was like, oh, you know, they're making it women now and all that. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I actually had it was one of my buddies, man. He had DM'd me about it, and he said incoming like feminist or something like that. I was like, I mean, I guess I don't know. That shit's pretty dope to me. I can't wait.
No, I thought it was cool. Like if they make the original Thor some sort of weakling, you know, like he's now not able to do it, you know, she saves it, then fine. But if it's like they're teaming up and they're on the same team, he's got the axe, she's got Mjolnir or whatever it's called, like that's cool.
That'd be
I don't
dope.
know. It's no different having Valkyrie on his side, you know.
I can't wait, man.
But yeah, there was.
Have you guys got a chance to see the Batman?
No,
I want to. I really want to.
That's a really good movie, man. Really good.
I don't.
Long as shit, but it's a good movie.
I don't go to the cinema anymore.
No.
I just wait for it until I can get it on the telly. You know, I'm happy to buy certain films like that. Like I'll probably pay for the Batman when it comes on a paid one. I use Rakuten over here. I don't know if you have that over there.
Yeah, I think it's on streaming apps. I think as of the 18th today, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear it was coming sooner than people expected. Oh, sweet. I might watch that Sunday when I'm off.
Check that out. Man. It's a really good.
But movie. I really want to see the new Sonic. I really like the first one.
Yes, me too. I heard a lot of great things about it.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. So I want to see that. I like Jim Carrey and all that. That's cool. But yeah, Marvel, like there's so much that I haven't seen that I just can't be bothered with now. Even on the Disney
series,
the streaming ones, I haven't seen half of them because I'm just not enjoying. We are watching Moon Knight.
Nice.
Because it looked a little bit different. And so far, I think I've watched 3 episodes. So far, it's good. It's funny. It's pretty cool. Maybe like first 2 episodes. Well, first episode especially, I thought was brilliant. Second 2 haven't been as good because the sort of mystery has gone a little bit. But the guy's got like a dual personality basically, and it's really, really, it's pretty cool. It's a cool looking character, cool looking suit. I hope they just keep it as its own thing, and it doesn't end with like him meeting, I don't know, Doctor Strange or something. It doesn't need, and that's my issue with it at the moment is they all have to connect. Not like for them, like it just annoys me.
That's my issue with DC's Justice League. I don't like it. I don't like
the self-contained ones are so much better.
Just keep yourself to yourselves. I don't want to see evil team. It also, I don't care what people say. It makes Batman look stupid. I'm sorry, because he does no powers. He's just a millionaire, and I just find that every time he's teaming up with Superman, I know it's not a very particularly a fond opinion, but I just think he looks like an idiot. When he's in front of everyone, he's got powers.
We don't need you, Batman. Go home.
Yeah, whereas the new Batman. And now, from judging
Yeah.
from the trailers in a new Batman, he's not.
Oh,
it's not like these super monsters and all this sort of stuff. You know, it's more grounded.
More realistic.
You know,
yeah.
And that's what I liked about the Chris Nolan ones and stuff. They were, and even the Tim Burton ones, like they were more.
Yeah.
They weren't supernatural. They were.
Just their
someone could be a really good martial artist and beat some people up. You know, like in a bat suit, in practical. Dressing as a Batman.
It's really good.
I had to be wearing a bat suit.
But no, I do want to see the Batman. I do want to see Sonic. But yeah, all this Marvel stuff. Like I saw the Doctor Strange trailer. I think they just released a new one. It does nothing. does nothing for me. You know, fair enough if it does stuff for you guys, like if you're excited for that, but I'm just like, oh, and everyone's
There's a
speculating,
lot
oh,
going on, man.
it's gonna bring the
It's a lot.
X-Men and all this. I'm like, oh, it just gives me a headache now. I miss the
I like
days of Iron Man just being an Iron Man film.
Yeah,
You know, like those days are gone. We'll never have that again.
Far behind.
I like
us,
Marvel,
man.
but I don't like. I think that there's a lot going on.
And then the new solo ones
that
do come out now just get slagged off, and I just don't want to see them. You know, like that Morbius was supposedly not great, and then there was.
Oh yeah, I was kind of disappointed with Morbius.
Some kung fu one that came out that's not meant to be that good. I was just like, I don't want to sit through these sort of films anymore. Yeah, I miss. Yeah. What did we watch? We watched Pam and Tommy. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my god! Right, it's got the guy that plays Winter Soldier in it. He plays Tommy Lee. You know. Motley Crue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about how their sex tape got leaked, and it's got Seth Rogen in it and stuff. And it's really, really good. Like,
yeah, I gotta see that.
I was really surprised.
Rogen,
but there is one scene in it, right? So obviously, Tommy Lee's renowned for having a massive, third leg. Yeah. And there's a scene where he's like on drugs and he's in the bathroom and he's talking to it. Well, you assume he's talking to himself. And then the camera goes in and it's obviously prosthetic, but there's this massive dick like talking back to him and he's like having a conversation. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was so funny. And it's like moving its little mouth.
Oh man.
And he's like, man, I love this girl. And it's like, no, I just want to fuck. And it's just like this. I was like, what am I watching? So like the first few episodes were like fun. But then it does get really serious and really dark because of the sex tape and the implications and how it affected their marriage and all this sort of stuff. And it does that. It is a little bit sort of not sad because, you know, they're millionaires and they're fine, but a little bit, you know, bloody hell. Yeah. You don't look at it like that. You don't think of it like that, but it's really interesting because it's just as the internet's starting to take off that this tape gets released. So like one guy starts making a lot of money of it, it's really clever. It's an eye opener. Whereas now, you know, those sort of things just get posted around the world in seconds. But yeah, I recommend that. It's on Disney Plus, but I think it's part of their Stars thing. But it's on there. You can watch it for free on Disney Plus. Yeah, I was surprised it was on there. To be fair.
Pam and Tommy.
Yeah, I think it's Pam and Tommy. Might be the other way around, but yeah, it's fun. It's a different kind of thing to what I'd normally choose to watch. But because it had the Winter Soldier, he plays it brilliantly. He's really good in it. So I recommend that. But
definitely want to check that out.
Cinema wise, I never really enjoyed the cinema anyway. There was always someone that was noisy, and just
loud ass popcorn.
Yeah, and I'm different
like the
now.
Loudest smack ever, man.
Yeah, or like there's some young kids who don't have their parents with them for the first time, and they think it's funny just to be annoying, and then you shout at them, and then I'm the arsehole, and I'm like, Jesus.
I like my horror films, but you can't go to the cinema and watch horror films. You got someone going, like really.
Oh yeah. Imagine going to cinema with Quan watching a horror film. Oh man, you'd be dead.
Horror films, man. I don't know. It's not really a lot of American horror stories, or not horror stories, but American horror movies that really like scare me. You know, I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of corny to me. At least most of them.
Yeah, I find it predictable. Horror films are predictable now. You know, like
very, very.
Yeah, there's very few that mix it up that actually catch me off guard. I'm like, oh Jesus, you know.
Yeah, those are the ones.
I don't think it's the catching off guard for me. I just like the authentic, the design and how it is. I rarely get jumpy.
Do you like horror films that are realistic or horror films that are like, Freddy Krueger? Or like,
I like
a
bit of both.
Yeah.
Love a bit of Krueger. So.
Man, I was terrified of Freddy Krueger growing up.
Yeah.
Like terrified.
I was scared to go to sleep, man.
Yeah, like I'd never even seen a film, but we used to go to a video store and we'd see his face on the boxes. And then I remember once I was in the bath when I was really young, and one of my brothers was outside the door, like scratching on the door, pretending to be Freddy Krueger and saying things like, like he was telling me that like people die in the bath in the films and I'd not seen the films. So that was freaking me out. And then I remember once I went to bed and there was a picture of him on my pillow, but I turned the light off. So I just felt like, what is this? I turned the light on, this fucking picture of him. I was just like, And that was before I'd even seen the film. Once I saw the film, I was fine because I found them. Well, I was quite a bit older, to be honest. I found them very amusing. But yeah, I was tormented as a child by my brother. Or two of my brothers actually used to wind me up about it.
I had an asshole big sister, man. She was scared the shit out of me. Like we would watch things like The Grudge or something like that, and she'll make the noises. She used to really fuck with me, man. It used to scare me.
Yeah, it's unnecessary, you know. It's unnecessary when you're young, you know. It's it's like I've scarred one of my daughters by accident. So I don't know if you've heard the Disney song, that lava song about the volcanoes. So it's basically there's this volcano, right, and it's singing, and then it starts to sink because it's not got any love, and there's a female volcano under the water, and then as he goes down, she comes up, and then she can't find him, and he's like in the water crying and all this. But every time the volcanoes switch, there's like a real loud eruption, and that when my daughter was quite a bit younger, like when she was like 1 or 1.5, she's 3.5 now. It sort of made her jump. Now when it comes on, she's like, no. So now I sit down with her and I'm like, look, this one's daddy, this one's mummy. And now she's like loving it, you know, because now it's mummy and daddy, you know. So I've like got her out of that. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to scar my child, you know.
Yeah.
Not that we're ever going to go visit a volcano, but you know, I want us to be able to
never know, mate.
Watch a cartoon that's a minute, because it's a nice song as well, you know. It's but yeah, man, she's hilarious. They're both fun. It's great fun. Never thought I wanted to be a dad, but yeah, glad I am.
That's great. Great fun.
Definitely. You'll be there soon, Quan. What's going on?
Oh yeah. Waiting to put the ring on it.
Oh yeah.
No rush, man. Like I said, I work with kids, and
yeah.
They're bad as hell. It's birth control. I'm in no rush.
And them kids, just remember, them kids, you can walk away at the end of the day, right? They're not.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can hype them up and send them back to their parents. No problem.
All right, bye.
You know, you don't have to worry about what they're eating or what they're drinking. You know, like my daughter's like, obviously we've just had Easter, right? And she's got tons of chocolate. It's insane. And obviously, she's 3.5. We're not letting her have all this chocolate, like a little bit, you know, every now and then. So me and my wife are obviously gladly helping her out.
Of course.
Yeah. You know, but she'll be like, I want an egg. And I'm like, no. And then, you know, I'm like, oh, no, you can't have one. You had one, you know, the other day, and you can't have another one today. Like, just these little eggs. And she's like, she knows how to throw a tantrum now. She stomps her foot at me and says, I want it. And then she storms into a bedroom, slams the door. And I'm like, I'll just leave it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, you got a sassy one.
And then I'll start laughing at her, and she's like, "Don't laugh at me!" And I'm like, and it just cracks me up. It's just hilarious. And then I get my phone out and I film her so I can show her when she's older. And yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
Brad's the asshole dad. He's like,
no, love him to bits. Yeah. She always comes back, gives me a cuddle. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
They soon learn. They fall in line.
Oh yeah.
That's nice, man.
But man, this TV has got so many handprints on it from my little one. Like she's just at the height where like she'll stand up, so her head is above this unit now, and I just see this hand. I'm like, no! And she looks around with a little grin, knowing she shouldn't do it at 11 months. And then she'll move down a bit, another hand. I'm like, there's no point in cleaning it yet. I'll wait till she knows not to do it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just cleaning it every day. I haven't needed a screen protector yet for them, because I looked at a screen protector for a TV this size and it was like 200 quid. Like, oh man, cheaper just to claim a new one on the insurance. Like that. Plus I'll get a new model. It's good times. But yeah, we need to get on some gaming. We need to get on some Rocket League, something casual. There is a new game coming out. I put it in my wish list the other day. It looks like Rocket League, but it's golf. So you all start at like the top of a golf course in like your Rocket League style cars with your own golf ball. And then there's like different rings you can knock it through, and eventually you'll get to like the main hole down the bottom. And that looks like it could be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's going to be like a PS Plus game or something. I think it's coming soon. So we'll keep an eye on that one, because that could be the new Rocket League, you know, mix it up a little bit, something casual, something fun.
Oh yeah, I'm always down.
It'd be good to get back into it. It's been too long.
Yeah, definitely.
I just downloaded the dodgeball game. What's it called? Hard Knockout or something like that?
Yeah, we can get on that.
Play that.
We played that when it first came out. That was great fun.
Yeah, it did. It was great fun.
I remember. I wanted to try it, man. I haven't. I think I uninstalled it, but I definitely want to try that out.
Yeah.
Also, I want to get into some Among Us too, man. I haven't played Among Us. I never played that.
Among Us, yeah, I've never played that. But no, I'll play the knockout one. That's great fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah. I mean, we were good at it for a couple of days, and then everyone got really good at it, and we sucked. Like we took like a week. We took a week off, didn't we? Like we went back to work after our days off, and then me and Andy went back like a week later and carried on playing it. We just got whooped. Like, fuck, man, how do people get so good so quickly? You know, they used to be on it every night.
Playing that one, man. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good
Apex. I was brilliant at Apex, and then everyone else got into it, and then I'm rubbish, really rubbish.
We could do Brawlhalla again. Brawlhalla was really fun. That was nice and casual. We can get like Ray Gaming involved or whoever, you know, the fourth member. I think it's 4-player, isn't it? Because they released Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. So obviously I'm going to pick up Storm Shadow because it's just awesome. Still got his Ninja Clan on my neck. Yeah. I was like, what do the bricks mean? I used to build houses. It's just to remember my past.
I love it so much. I put a brick on my neck.
Yeah, it's just I had a woman in the post office, and she's like, "Oh, at Christmas does Santa come out?" I was like, "Jesus, love, I just want to post a letter, and you're insulting my tattoo." Either that or Santa was something else. I don't know, but you know, cheeky. Happy Christmas.
We definitely need to get back on it, man.
Definitely. At the moment, we can sort that out off camera when we're going to do it. We don't need to go in the podcast and do our diaries. Oh, so I'm free Sunday, Monday.
Well, I'm free on this day.
Yes. Anyone else? But yeah, we can try a live stream again. I'll see if I can get all that set up. I have it all set up, but I haven't done the actual live streaming in such a long time. I don't know to figure out what button to press. But yeah, that used to be good fun. I still go back and watch a couple of them every night, you know, just because they were funny.
I did. I watched some.
Not for vanity or anything, but just for, you know, they were amusing. Some of the things we come out with and some of the gameplay. It was good fun. It's good memories.
Yeah,
man.
So yeah. All right, well, I think we'll wrap it up there. It's been a while. I was like, we'll just make the first one like an hour long. I think we're going on 2 hours, nearly hour and a half. So, you know, done all right.
Well, I mean, it's been a long time though. That's, you know.
It has. And I just wanted the first one to be unscripted. We didn't need bullet points or anything. We just sit down, have a chat, see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then the next one, we can come up with questions and actually look at what's going on in the world of gaming and try and get topical. So
yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Good times.
Sounds good to me.
Right, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Remember, Andy, it's sayonara.
Okay. Sayonara from me.
All right, guys. Peace.
I don't say bye. I don't say bye. Fuck that. See you later, everyone. I don't. Like, end of my videos, like half the time, I'm just like, that'll do. I just got no interest in doing like proper videos or anything anymore. I'm just like, I swear, like my latest videos, I just look like complete misery guts. I pretend. Well, it's not that I'm pretending. Like, I try and get enthusiastic. I'm like, oh man, this game's so awesome. But I'm saying it like after a 12-hour shift, and I'm like, this game's so awesome. You know, like, he doesn't sound like he's enjoying it. He sounds like he's pissed off. I'm just a pissed off person. That's just me. So, all right, boys, take it easy. Good to see you, Quan. Good to see you, Andy.
Very likewise.
See you too, man.
Stay safe. We'll hook up again soon. Nice one. All right.
All right.